Alright guys, so before I show you the full tour and start organizing some of these bins, I just want to thank my subscribers. I call you my heart healers and my heart squad because you guys always leave such loving, encouraging, uplifting messages, and it really fuels my heart and my energy to keep going, to not give up, and that we can do this. And I'm just so grateful when I get to read them. Thank you so much for leaving them. And with that said, this video is also inspired by two of my heart healers because they suggested, hey, we would love to see an updated basement tour, which got a lot of likes. And someone else also said, hey, how about, maybe organizing some of those tubs that you've been decluttering, because honest to God, I haven't. I'm like a decluttering machine, right? And I just declutter, but I'm not organizing what I'm keeping. And then it's kind of going to be double the work if I don't stop and label these bins and be like, okay, what do I have going on? So I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, my gosh, so much. So now guys, without further ado, let's get started. All right, everyone. So when you come down the steps, right, you come over here. This is where we started to declutter down here. And since it was the first space we kind of cleared out, this started becoming almost like the catch-all of the things that I decided to keep, right? And the only problem that I'm having is that some of these bins are not labeled, right? So I'm not really sure what's in here. I kind of got to get in a better habit of labeling. So I'm going to do that now. In this episode was label the bins and write it down and try and like straighten up this section a little better, because there's things that I'm giving away, things that, we already made decisions on, and it came to this area, but it wasn't really organized in this area. So we'll do that after I show you the tour. Now, here's of course where it opens up. If you remember when we first started this series, this was all cluttered. This whole area was full, just decluttered, and you can still walk. This is where I show my tossy piles, is in this section right over here. Now, as we start to go this way, this did start getting kind of like we'll just say it started getting a little hoarded again, right? Things from upstairs, right? started coming downstairs and started going in here. I feel like my house is like, oh, there's an open spot. We must put stuff into it. But that's okay. That's okay, because we were emptying the rooms from upstairs and kind of getting the basement to be where the overflow is supposed to be. And of course, as we declutter more, we'll even open it up even more. But walk down this path, well, you know that this side is still very much hoarded and still needs to be sorted. The only thing that is loosely sorted is that this is where I've been putting my craft stuff. Like when I find craft items, I kind of put them in this little middle section for now. That's kind of what I came up with until I can finally get it all together once this basin's fully decluttered. And I'm still not sure where I'm going to put a crafting section. I don't know yet. These are things I still have to think about. We walked this way because we were kind of going counterclockwise. No, we were going clockwise with the basement, going around this way. So here's where we had opened up this area before. Now that air conditioning is it's too heavy. I can't lift that. But these over here, these are empty tubs. All right. So that's empty tubs from just, decluttering and the yard sale. And for now, I just kind of put it in that area temporarily. And over here, here's husband's things, right? And then these are kind of other things. I actually know what's in here. Here's some Dalmatian stuff right in here, right from the last episode. And then these are like DVDs. Down here are the kids' cars. And this is kind of like Legos, which I am going to be selling soon. I already have the gallon bags to start selling them on Facebook Marketplace. But again, this is kind of like, it's kind of like after I declutter, I kind of like moved it into this section. But again, we got to label it. But when we start the KonMari method series, because of the lighting, the sun kind of comes that way and the lighting, this is what I want cleared out to do the KonMari method. So there's a lot of moving. But this is a learning process for me, guys. This is all a learning process. I've never once in my life was organized and tidied and, you know, just could categorize. So I'm just learning as I go. I'm doing what feels right in my heart, and that's okay. We're taking our baby steps. We're getting there because look, we're still opening up spaces because there's the latest space that we kind of like opened up over here, right? So we're opening this up. And again, we've gotten rid of so much stuff, and it just takes time. And we're going to continue to kind of like start digging back this way now. Now, what we're going to start doing is kind of start going this way, right? We came up this side, we went around, and now this is like the main finale kind of thing. Like we're going this way. I've got my little path here. So we'll continue to go this way, right? And I feel like once we really, there is some empty boxes in here. Let's not lie. I can see a lot of hoarded empty boxes. And I feel like once we start chipping away at this, it's going to be a lot easier. We're really going to start opening up this basement, and we're really going to be able to enjoy the clear spaces as we make our way around here. Now we're kind of wrapping around. Okay. Here's our treadmill that my husband will work on, and that's kind of like bringing us back around to like the front area. Let me show you Christmas. Let me show you the magic of Christmas in this house, okay? All right, everyone. So I really wanted to try and put a little light so you can start to see this area right over here. So there's stuff here that we have to go through, which leads us to the entrance of Christmas. So this is kind of like a crawl space, I guess, in the basement. And there's a step up, right? So water does not get in here. So let me just step over this, and you can start to see the magic of Christmas. Yes. So let me kind of pan up so you can really take in how much Christmas stuff that we have. We have all kinds of little goodies and all kinds of little treasures that we have packed away in this crawl space. Now, let me see if I can get it closer so you can really see how far back this goes. So do you see how far back that goes? I don't know if you can see. So this is all tubs, right? Tubs of Christmas stuff just solidly packed back. And I'm going to do a Kamari series on it. That's going to be a lot of work. That is going to be a lot of work just to pull all this stuff out. I'm a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie, but it kind of has to be done, right? This has to get done. I don't know, there's just so much Christmas that I don't even remember what's in here anymore. So this will be good, we can do it. But whoo, there is Christmas in all its glory. All right, so now let's start labeling bins over here, just so I have an idea of what's going on before this becomes basically another hoarded hot mess. So clearly up here, I can tell that this is 4th of July, right? It's a clear bin. That's great. This is clothes that I'm not quite sure. I think these are kids' clothes. And then what goes from down here, I have no idea. So let's pull them down and then start to label them. Guess what's in here? Halloween. And guess what? I was looking for this sweatshirt for when I taped my fall decor, and I was looking for it and I couldn't find it anywhere. Well, here it is. If I labeled and I organized it, I would have had it ready. All right, the bin underneath of that, what's in it? Survey says boys' clothes. It says boys' clothes, so we will label that. All right. Oh, good one, boys. Sweatshirts. I was actually going to be looking for this because it's getting cold over here. So, all right, that bin's going upstairs. Oh, there's some funky dunky shoes in here. So, looks like we got a tossy. Looks like the humidity in the basement kind of ruined these. This box right here is baby shoes that I'm just way too attached to even think about letting go. So, all right, we're gonna have to figure that out, but I'll write on the box that this is baby shoes. and sentimental. Next on up, what we got? We got, oh, sentimental me. All right. Oh yeah, there's a college graduation photo in there. So, all right, sentimental mommy. All right, moving down from there. These ones are labeled Old Winter Not Ready to Purge, but hey, I think I'm due for another KonMari method on my clothes too. Maybe we can. And then it looks like it's just this one that's not labeled. Below there, it does say like baby boy clothes. So it looks like I just got to get to that one. Oh yeah, we definitely need to do a KonMari method series because I need to downsize my clothes and the kids' clothes at least another time. All right, guys, I got my supplies ready. I have paper, a Sharpie, some tape, some scissors. That way I can start labeling the outside of the bins and we know exactly what's in there. All right, y'all, so we got this half all kind of labeled. These two bins right here, the off-season clothes, these are fall and winter. We're going to be bringing them up, but they're labeled. And moving these boxes and looking at what was inside, like, it was so much work. And I still have to kind of come over here and label this stuff. And I'm exhausted. My husband took the kids, you know, to soccer practice and to their things. And I'm looking at all this stuff, just feeling like, when did my stuff start controlling me? Like, I don't know, guys. I'm having a feeling right now. But I'm like, when did this stuff start to own me instead of me owning the stuff? Because some of it, I'm like, God, I really want to hold on to it. And some of it's just like, oh my God, just get it out of here. I can't look at it anymore. All right, well, if I go right over here, right, here's the tub that I'm going to clean out and donate. We still got to get rid of that sponge. And then these are some clothes. So with these clothes, I could tell you right now that the sharing table is back on. Yes, and I am doing the sharing table. It got canceled in March because of COVID, but it is back on in November. I will be recording it, so I need to get my sharing table stuff organized. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave the last video in the description box below, but it's where everyone takes their clothes that their children and even yourself have outgrown. You put it on the table and other mamas shop for new clothes for free. On the plus side, a lot of this stuff is labeled, so that's really good. This clearly is like skinnier summer clothes. Here's the lid that goes to that, so I will label that. But for the most part, like, I know this is my childhood sentimental because I can see right through it. This is off-season good tops for me too. All right, this is more organizational bins, right? Oh, yeah, this really is. Other than these random bags, nope, random bags have organizational pieces in it. So, except for this is tossy, and I think there's mail in the bottom. But I guess for now we'll keep this bin as organizational pieces. All right, guys. So if I come over here, here's the Dalmatian thing, comforter that I was getting rid of, and I decided to give it to, I'm going to wash it, but I decided to give it to our Operation Santa Paws charity that we're making for the puppies and the kitties for Christmas. So that's why this is still here. And then these are Minion, his sleeping bag and his comforter. What is in here? It is, oh God. So more storage bins. Wow, I might be selling storage bins. And is this more organizational bins and pieces? Okay, well, hey, I got a ton of this stuff, and maybe I will be selling bins on the Facebook Marketplace. Them things always go. All right, everyone, here's what I came up with this episode. Remember, I'm a hoarder learning to declutter, getting better, learning to organize. It's a little new to me, but that's okay because we're learning. So everything right now on this wall is labeled, right? We have it labeled. We know what it is. We know what's inside of it. Things will be moving this season. The only thing I didn't really label was these bins right here because I know these are my childhood sentimental and I know that's where I put it. So since it's clear and see-through, I really feel like I don't have to label it, but we're doing good. We're doing good. Look, we got that Sharon table box and that's a big box and we're filling it up. Really, really good. I can't wait to show you that. The only thing I didn't get a chance to do was this right over here. It's getting really late, guys. You know, I worked today 9 to 5 and then I got to recording and it's like 9:30 at night and it's just, I'm tired. That was a lot of work. But at least now it's organized. Now it's more labeled. Now I kind of know what's in these bins. It's not a surprise. And listen, if you guys have any organizing tips for me, please leave them in the comments below for me. That way I can learn. I can, I love listening to your advice. I love reading your messages. They really help me. They really help me in keeping motivated. But guys, whoo, that was a lot of work. So I really hope you enjoyed it. And I think I'm going to wrap up this video. And I just want to say, man, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.